What's one of the hottest fragrance brands around these days? Big smells, big presentation, whopping price tag. It can only mean one thing, right? Xerjoff. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Miles. This is Aromas by Miles. You've entered the slow dance around the fragrance world, so want to welcome you back. It's a magnificent 7 today, and we're featuring the Italian banger House Xerjoff. If that sounds good, then buy a free ticket with a like and subscribe. It all goes to the charity, Medic Outpost, you know that. You guys are ready? Let's get into it. Bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, ba. Bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba. Bum, ba. You got it, right? All right. Let's make it happen. So if you guys have ever wondered which Xerjoff fragrance is the smartest to buy and which ones are pure flex energy, then this is the episode for you. Today we've got 7 heavy hitters, 7 totally different vibes, and I'm going to be ranking them kind of according to the real world hype and plus how you actually wear them. So first one I want to talk about is Neo. It's, what would you call it? Iced gin and tonic in a tailored suit or something like that. It's citrusy, but it's niche and expensive. It's got bergamot, some neroli, green notes, cardamom, a little bit of pink pepper, and some nutmeg in the opening, and then it kind of moves into that more woody amber patchouli. It's got a little bit of vetiver and cedar in the mids, and it's in the dry down, and what does it smell like? It's green citrus. It's got, again, those polished woods. It's a little bright, what would you call it? Executive fresh. It's not sugary though. It's not super, super sweet. It's more of those aromatic woods. It wears longer than most citruses. Xerjoff fragrances have fantastic longevity and sillage, so they're really refined, and then it settles into that woody amber after the dry down. Beautiful sprayers, beautiful bottles. This is a 50 ml. I get something else in there too. I guess it's the amber coming out and the woods coming out, but it's got a little different kick to it. In the lineup that we're going to talk about, it's a little fresher, a little crisper than some of the others. It's got a little bit of a punch at the high end part of it. Those other colognes don't quite get there, but it still has that density, that Xerjoff density. It's kind of a bitter green fragrance, a little bit different than the Torino 21 and certainly less sweet than Naxos. Who should buy it? I don't know. You could wear it for office, daytime. It's definitely a warm weather scent. It's clean, it's kind of almost white sheet kind of clean. You hear that example all the time. I'd try the 50 ml first like this, and if you love citruses, then it's kind of a fruit bomb, but I don't think it's crowd pleasing. I think it's got a little bit of a private personal use kind of label on it. It's a good one, but it's going to set you back $160 for this little bitty old 50 ml bottle. But it's one of the cheaper ones that we've got on this list today. Xerjoff is not a cheap house by any stretch of the imagination, but it's Neo. If you love citruses, you got to take a look at this one. All right, you knew it was going to be on the list. It has to be on the list. It's Xerjoff's Triple Crown winner. This is when the one Xerjoff that turns from nice into kind of magnetic. Honey tobacco with a lavender kind of glow to it. It's got lavender, bergamot, some lemon, honey, cinnamon, jasmine. Then it hits that tobacco leaf, and then it gets a little bit sweet with the tonka and the vanilla. It's truly an amazing scent. One of my all-time favorite, not only scents from the house, but scents in general. Beautiful sprayer, beautiful bottle. This is 100 mils. It's just the quintessential tobacco fragrance, but it's rounded. It's sweet aromatic tobacco. It's addictive. It's smooth. It's signature scent friendly if you wanted to go that way. It's a little expensive, but it's a lot expensive. But you know, the sillage and longevity are ridiculous. It's got this big noticeable trail, and especially when it's a little cooler outside. It's one of the easiest compliment getters from this whole house, and probably from all of the tobacco vanilla style fragrances out there. It's richer, more radiant than some of those other mainstreams. And when I say that, you know, I always say that it's got softer edges. Some of the tobacco fragrances out there are really harsh and really have sharp edges to it. It's more mass appealing than, say, the Tony Iommi or the 40 knots that we'll be talking about here in a minute. Date nights, it's definitely a fall winter scent. Nights out, when you want people to kind of lean in a little bit, but it's not going to offend anybody. It's a safe buy to wear into a room full of people, but it's, you know, a coat and a scarf kind of thing. If you're going to only buy one Xerjoff from this list, this would be the safest one to get that love at first sniff. You know, maybe for me it's more, you know, it's my favorite tobacco vanilla fragrance of all time, but it's not cheap. $214 at discounters. It's the most expensive one on this list, but you know, if you're going to buy a luxury fragrance, if you're going to get a top shelf or start a top shelf collection, Naxos has to be in there. Come on, take a look at it if you don't know it already. All right, tennis, anyone? The next one on the list is Torino 21, inspired by that tennis tournament in Italy. It's minty, citrusy, it's kind of fresh out of the shower, but with a little bit of a niche sparkle. You know, it kind of screams that French Riviera summer luxury kind of thing. The note breakdown, it's obviously got mint, lemon, basil, thyme in the opening, and then a little bit of black currant and lavender in the mids, a little bit of jasmine too, and then it finishes up with kind of a little bit of a musk, but it's not an animalic musk. It's a very subtle, beautiful sprayer, very subtle. Oh yeah, very subtle. Subtle kind of musk. It's green, aromatic, kind of a lemonade with herbs. But again, it's clean and it's fresh, it's upbeat. It's like tennis whites and sunlight, that sort of thing. Sorry, the phone's going off over there, even though the phone's off. But anyway, it's, you know, the performance of sillage is moderate to good. It's a little bit fresh, so, you know, don't expect a summer beast or anything like that. Sprays matter. It's going to be how much you put on, obviously. It's cleaner and brighter than Neo, and it's a lot less sweet than Herba Pura. I'd say it's more green than most of the standard blue fragrances. You know, if you want something to wear in hot days or summertime events or just traveling, if you want to smell expensive but a little bit refreshed and maybe bright, then Torino 21 is the way to go. If you're chasing the best Xerjoff freshie for compliments, then you should put this one down, get a sample of this one, and get a sample of Renaissance and put them side by side and see which one you like better. But again, Torino 21, I mean, this is a 50 ml bottle. It's $158, so believe me, it's not cheap, especially for a freshie summer fragrance. But definitely one you should have in your rotation if you're a Xerjoff freak like me. So on to the next. All right, we're kind of switching gears from that, that quiet luxury, that, you know, old money kind of a deal to a kick-ass rock star. And this is a kind of a rock star gourmet. This is Tony Iommi's Monkey Special. This is a scent in a leather jacket, rum, patchouli, kind of a swagger to it. It's got a shit ton of notes, and I'm not gonna read them all off to you because I'll have to take a break in the middle. But it is loaded with notes. But it's a scent that's totally different than some of the other Naxoses. Some of the other Xerjoffs. It's polarizing though. It's you know, it's got a big boozy leather sandalwood kind of thing working. It pushes out at you. It's got ambergris and some musk in the base, but it smells like it's dark, sweet. You know, there's a lot of spice to it. It kind of moves in with that boozy mess. some people call it artistic. I don't call it artistic. It's certainly not safe, but believe me, you wear it, you're going to be, people are going to remember what you're wearing. I think it's definitely cold weather. It's got great sillage, great performance. It's got a loud opening, and then it moves into like a kind of a deeper dry down. But this is one of those that if you want to get noticed, this is what you're gonna put on. It's more daring, I think, than Naxos for sure. It's less clean than any of those others. If Naxos was one of those refined cigar lounge kind of scents, then Tony Iommi is the backstage rock concert kind of scent. It really is. It's nighttime, it's concerts, maybe it's on the back of your bike, or when you want to get noticed, and like you could wear it as a signature scent, but you got to have the personality to do it. For me, it's a little out there, for my personal taste. I appreciate the artisticness of it. I appreciate the ingredients, but this is a personality fragrance, and if you love it, you love it. And if you don't love it, then it's probably because it's just too intense for you. And that shit ton of notes is going to cost you $181 for a 50 ml bottle at discounters. So you got to want to make a statement, and you got to want to pay for it, because it's again not cheap. None of the Naxos fragrances are cheap, but this is a good one if you want to be a little bit different. Take a look at it. Okay, I've got a sneaky nuclear submarine for you on the next one. This is Naxos's Herba Pura, and this is one of my favorite scents from the house. It doesn't seem like it gets a lot of love out there in cyber world, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the combination of fruits and musk, and it's certainly not for the faint of heart. It's kind of a statement scent all the way. That viral fruity musk, it fills a room. It's sweet, loud. It's definitely an attention grabber. It's, like I say, it's kind of a statement scent. It's got some Sicilian orange in the opening, along with bergamot and some lemon, a little bit of mixed fruit. So it's, it's heavy in the fruits in the opening, but they're not sickly, good fragrance, sickly sweet kind of fruits. And then it finishes up with some white musk and a little bit of vanilla and some amber. So it's, it does come down a little bit at the end, but that juicy fruit and musky amber sweetness that comes along is, what you call it, clean laundry meets fruit candy, depending, on your skin and obviously how much you spray, because that's going to make a big difference, because this thing has massive projection. It's a long wear all the way. Maybe that's why it's so polarizing, because it's hard to get off your skin, and a lot of people overspray. Sweeter and louder than just about anything else out there. If you like a high impact fruity amber, which is an unusual kind of scent combination, then this Xerjoff Herba Pura is the answer for you. It's less nuanced than Naxos for sure. Naxos is that elegant, calm, signature kind of scent, and this is more of a party scent, I guess. Clubbing, events, wear it to the mall in the winter, or anytime you want people to know that you're there and to smell you, this is a good one to give it a try. I'd start out with 1 to 2 sprays. You get more than that, and your oversprays turn into like from wow to whoa, what the hell is that? And you're going to have people moving for the door. This is not one of those scents that you're going to wear in a crowded room. I don't think you could wear this as a signature scent, and it's it's expensive as hell. This was $198 at discounters. But still, it's one of those that is completely different than some of the other fragrances out there. And for me, it's a super favorite, especially when it's a little bit warmer. I like to wear it a little bit in the warmer weather, but you've got to watch the sprays, because it will flat clear the room. $198, Herba Pura. Don't leave home without it. All right, number 6 on the list is kind of the Xerjoff mystery, and that's 40 knots. 40 knots is kind of a salty, woody, quiet, ocean air kind of a scent. It's blue, but it's luxurious, and normally I don't like those blue fragrances, but this one is totally different. And Xerjoff doesn't print the notes on this particular collection, so it's hard to figure out really what's in it. But there's some fruits to it. There's a little bit of amber, definitely some woods in the mid. But this one doesn't turn whatever happens with those aquatic fragrances, I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely, it's kind of nautical, but it's not, doesn't smell like some of those generic blue fragrances. It's a little bit salty. It's got a little powder to it, powder amber. At least that's what I get on my skin. I can't pick out all the other notes, but you got to be careful with this one because it really does have good longevity for one of those ocean profile blue scents. It gets richer too when it dries down, which is kind of nice. That amber pops out a little bit more. It's mature. It's got more texture and depth to it than most freshies, and it's less citrus than Renaissance or Torino 21, and a lot less sweet than Naxos. It's kind of the yacht club in the Hamptons, but it's on a different boat than Herba Pura, so don't think that they're the same fragrances. You still have to watch the sprays on this one because it does pop out pretty hard. It'd be great for something outside, a resort dinner, spring and fall, I think. But I've worn this during the summer and with pretty good result. It's kind of quiet money, you know. That's how you kind of feel when you wear it. It's a fresh signature, but it's not too sporty. It's not too big and bright like some of the other blue fragrances or some of the other summer fragrances. But, you know, there's a shit ton of notes in this that are, I think there's a shit ton of notes, I should say. I think there's a lot more than what you can pick up, but, you know, I don't have the nose to be able to do it. But the Mystery Summer Note Masterpiece is going to cost you about $195, so it's ass-kicking expensive. So, and that's at discounters. But if you're interested in a blue fragrance or a summer fragrance that's a little bit more classy, a little more luxurious, then I think 40 Knots is one you need to get your nose on, whether you buy a sample or find some place and give it a few sniffs for free. Take a look at this one. All right, to round out the Magnificent Seven, I've got another freshie for you, and this is Renaissance from their 1861 collection, I think it is. And this one's Italian citrus. It's got a little bit of mint. I think it's crisper, a little bit classier than some of the others. It's kind of a luxury limoncello or lemon spritz that lasts a long time. It's got some Amalfi lemon, a little bit of tangerine, bergamot, petitgrain, lily of the valley in the mids, a little bit of, I say a little bit of mint. It's hard to get the mint out because the lemon is so prominent. It really is kind of like a limoncello. And it dries down, it smooths out, dries down, becomes a little more mature with some musk. It's not an animalic musk, but it combines with the cedar and patchouli, and so you get that musk, amber, kind of woody thing working at the end. And that hangs on my skin for quite a while. I wear this a lot during the summer. It's how'd you call it? It's kind of a bright, sparkling, kind of a citrus aromatic. It feels Mediterranean to me. I mean, you could compare that to, a lot of other fragrances out there. Some of the Acqua di Parma Mediterranean series, but it's that Mediterranean in a bottle, as they always say about the Acqua di Parma fragrances. Be careful with this one because it lasts longer than most of the other citruses. It stays pretty fresh on my skin, and then after a while, it's going to stay close to the skin and turn musky clean. It's just kind of a less citrus than Torino 21. It's different from Neo. It's less green than Neo, but it stays on my skin for quite a while. It's obviously less sweet than Herba Pura. Daytime heat, this one lasts extremely well. This is a poolside kind of scent, I think, or dinner in the summer. It's fresh, but it's classy, elegant. I think it's kind of sexy, but if you like Torino 21, I think you should put the two of these together. See if there's some way you could either get a couple of samples, decants of it, or maybe find a place that's got both of them and just bang them out side by side and see which one you like. I think this one's more traditional, kind of a more traditional citrus than some of the others. And again, this is about $200, so none of these fragrances are cheap by any means. And you add tax and shipping and whatever else, and they turn out to be pretty damned expensive. So that's the Magnificent Seven. I hope you guys like that. I hope you like the idea of having all these together. I know you don't like my soundtrack in the first of it, but if I was having to To give each one of these a word, I'd say mass appeal for Naxos. If you want a room filler, then obviously you're going to go with Herba Pura. Summer, it's kind of a toss-up between Torino 21 and Renaissance. Certainly 40 knots is one of those blue yacht club boat kind of scents. And if you want something just weird-ass, head shop, crazy, Tony Iommi Monkey Special is kind of the one to go there. And you know, a connoisseur type citrus would be Neo. Neo's probably my least favorite of this whole bunch. You know, it just is. So, but you know, that doesn't mean you're not going to like it. Drop a comment on which one you'd wear and which one what you would wear it to, and which one you think's kind of overhyped. I think that's always interesting, and I love to read the comments. So anyway, so there you have it. That's the first Magnificent 7 from the House of Xerjoff, and I mean, you know, what a great house. There's a lot more fragrances out there that might make the next list. So thank you all for watching. You know, you're the reason I keep doing this, and I appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe, ring the bell for more updates, and I'm going to have some daily dabs coming up of these, so take a look at those. Those are real world kind of street fragrance reviews. They're worth taking a look at. Be safe out there, enjoy. I'll see you in the next one.